Hello, my name's Emmy. I'm 36 years old and I have invasive ductal carcinoma, grade 3, triple negative breast cancer. I would like to tell a bit about my story. My story is only just beginning. I was diagnosed on the 16th of April 2025. The symptoms that I had, they were very minimal to start with. I had my baby girl March 2024, and it was after having her that around probably say about 6 months or so later, I started to get really tender, and I also started to get really itchy breast. And to be honest with you, I just thought it was down to hormones. So I just left it really. And obviously on my baby girl, being a new mum, she's my first child, and I waited for her for so long, and yeah, all of my focus went on being a mum, taking care of her, and just focusing on her really. So anything I kind of had, I just pushed to the back. Not that it worried me at the time. So, you know, everything otherwise, there was no other symptoms otherwise, and it was back in March that I went to my GP because it was continuing, and it was actually my nurse a week prior who asked me if I had any concerns, and I said, oh, actually, I do. I've got this and this. So she said, right, okay, well, let's get you booked in then. So she booked me in an appointment with my GP, and my GP examined me, and it was actually within that week of waiting to see my GP that I felt a lump, and it was so tiny, and I thought, okay, well, maybe this is just a cyst. Nothing to worry about. It could be a cyst, yeah, just something obviously after having my baby. So I wasn't too worried. But she examined me, she felt it, she said, right, I'm going to refer you. So she referred me to the urgent breast care clinic. And it's kind of like a one-stop shop kind of thing, not shop, but one-stop clinic, where they examine you, they go through your symptoms, they give you an ultrasound. If they see anything in the ultrasound, then they will perform biopsies and so on and so on. So I went to my appointment on the 8th of April and examined me, then said in the examination that they couldn't really feel anything. So I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's just a bit of hard tissue then or something. So he said, let's just do an ultrasound, just be on the safe side. So they sent me for an ultrasound, went into another waiting area, had the ultrasound, and as soon as they manoeuvred the, I don't know what it's called, the ultrasound bar, I'm so sorry, that's really bad that I've just got such bad like brain fog from having my daughter, and with all of this as well, it's been the craziest year, to be honest with you. So much has happened. They picked it up on the ultrasound. So at first they picked up a 15mm suspicious lump, and they showed me, and I was like, okay. And they said, right, we're going to do biopsies. So they done biopsy of a lymph node underneath my armpit, which was a bit raised, and then they also done biopsies of my lump in my breast. I just knew from that moment by their faces that they were thinking that this is cancer, and I just knew. Like, I hadn't told many people, only my sister, my partner, just a couple of my friends, that's it. And they're like, no, like, you're going to be fine, Em. It's probably just a cyst. I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. But you know when you just know your body, and you know when something isn't sitting right with you. And we went back the week after, 16th, and they diagnosed me. So it has kind of been all systems go since. They booked me in to have surgery straight away. So I was actually booked in on the 12th of May to have surgery to remove the lump and a surrounding area. And then they would put me onto chemotherapy. But the consultant that I saw, he wasn't too happy with the images that the ultrasound showed. I also had a mammogram as well, and he just wasn't too happy with the images. It wasn't clear enough. It wasn't showing the exact measurement. So he said, look, let's do an MRI and then we'll go from there. If we still have surgery, we'll still go ahead with surgery. If it's bigger than we thought, we'll have to change the treatment plan. So I had an MRI. This is all literally within days apart from each other. They've been so proactive, and thank God for the NHS, I'll tell you, because we are so lucky. And yeah, if we didn't have them, then I really don't know. I really don't. So they have been great. It's just been very, very tiring, especially with a baby. And yeah, so I had the MRI, went and saw a consultant a week after, and he said, right, so images have come back and the entire mass is measuring around 65 millimeters compared to the original 15. And I was like, blimey. So he said, do a change of plan. We will start with chemotherapy first because we need to shrink that cancer, and then we will follow it by surgery to remove the rest, and then radiotherapy. So there's just been a multitude of tests I've had in between, and I've been trying to keep as positive and living a normal life as I can. I know it's only been a matter of weeks, but I've tried not to let it impact my mental health too much. I did get postnatal depression after having my baby. I didn't think I would, but I guess it's just your body. It's just how it reacts to after having your baby. So I got postnatal depression, and I am on antidepressants, which have helped me immensely. So I'm very grateful that I am on them, especially for having this news, because I think I wouldn't be how I am right now. I know it might sound silly to people that I'm literally like saying thank you to a drug that, is keeping me sane basically, and my mood at a level, but it is really the reason for it. Sadly, I lost my mum November 2024, just before Christmas, and you can't really write what has happened in this past year. It's been so tragic and so devastating. I've still not come to terms with losing my mum. She was my everything. She was my best friend. I adored her. She was just the sweetest mum ever, and she loved her granddaughter. Even though she only got to meet her for the first 9 months, she still did so much in those first 9 months. Like, she loves her grandchildren. My sister has 3. So she was very happy when I finally had my baby, and I'm so glad that she got to see me have her, because that's all she ever wished for. She always used to cry and say, I really want you to have your good luck and your family. Oh, bless her. She was always such an emotional woman, and I'm exactly the same. I follow in her footsteps. Oh my God. And I'm so happy that I do, because I've got my mum's gentle side, and I'm very grateful for the smallest things in life. And you know what? Health really is everything. And she used to look after herself so well. And I mean, I can't even tell you the supplements she used to take, and like turmeric and wheatgrass, and her cupboard was just full of all these amazing things that she would take for her health. She didn't drink, she didn't smoke. Well, she stopped smoking. She gave it up a number of years prior. But it was actually her heart that gave out. It was very sudden, and I will never forget that night for the rest of my life. It hands down something that I can't get out of my head. And sorry, yeah, it has been a very up and down year. Started with the most amazing gift ever, and then we had the most amazing person that we lost at the end of the year. And I just know that if my mum was here right now, she would not be able to cope with this. My mum hated any time I got unwell. I have Crohn's disease as well, and I've had it. I've been diagnosed now for 6 years. So that's been very up and down over the years with different medications, everything, flare-ups and whatnot. And she's seen me going through the motions with that. She hated it, and she always said, "I want to take it away from you. This isn't fair. Why? I don't like seeing you like this." Bless her. Oh, I really hated that she felt that way, and that she felt as if she should be the one that has these things, when no, she shouldn't. But she just loved her family so much. And I know if she was here, she would not be able to handle this. I think this would kill her. She would be destroyed. And in a way, to me, it kind of feels as if her passing and me being diagnosed with this has like aligned. Just so my mum can't see me going through this. And I don't want her to. As much as I want her here with me to give me her cuddles and her lovely kisses and see her smile, and even for her just to tell me that I'm here, Em, and you'll be okay. That's all I need from her. But I couldn't see me suffer. God, I miss her so much. Yeah, so that happened, and with this diagnosis, it's now going forward, and I'm starting chemotherapy. I am starting my cycles once a week because I have an autoimmune disease already. My oncologist wants to start on one session a week. So day 1, day 8, day 15. I'm going to have 4 hours sessions, just so my body can kind of, I guess, not be bombarded with so much of the drug, and hopefully it works, for my immune system. So that starts very soon, and I'll be on chemotherapy for several months. And then the plan is to have surgery once it's complete. I do have a titanium clip inside my tumour, obviously, so when they do surgery, they can detect where the rest of the tumour is. Hopefully it does shrink it down very well, and they will be able to take the rest of the tumour out, and then followed by radiotherapy. I also had another lymph node biopsy underneath my armpit, the same lymph node, the other day, because it was raised again, so they just want to check. Yeah, so really, I'm just waiting to start. I don't know how things are going to go. I'm trying to be I don't want to say positive, because obviously I'm going to be positive, but it's just wanting to survive, and I want to be here for my baby girl, especially because she hasn't got her nanny now, and she needs her mummy, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that mummy is here to see her baby girl grow, and have all of these amazing times and memories ahead of us. I just hate the fact that she's coming up to 15 months now, and we've already created so many memories, but obviously chemotherapy is going to have such an impact that I'm going to miss out on doing all the things that I wanted to do over these coming months. But as long as I'm here for her future, we was meant to be on holiday yesterday. Was meant to have gone to Rhodes in Greece, and that was originally for me and my partner to get married. It's where we went on our first holiday together, and we got engaged 3 years ago. And we said 100% we're going to get married here. It's just, yeah, beautiful. We've been back twice already on holiday, and we got the wedding. The wedding was all booked. We booked everything. The reception, which was going to be at our favourite restaurant where we first ate after getting engaged. The setting is on a beautiful cove on the edge of Lindos. I'm sure if you have been there before, you'll know where I mean. It's stunning. And we was going to get married at the little chapel. We was due to fly out yesterday. We was going to be there for 9-10 days. And, wedding dress, cellist. We booked a cellist. Everything was more or less sorted. And then when my mum passed away, she was so looking forward to going. Oh my gosh, she already started to buy her bits, like her swimwear and stuff, and it's still in her home. And she was so excited, and that's all I wanted. Like I kept saying, I just want my mum to see me walk down the aisle. That's all I want. And when she passed away, I said, I can't do it. I can't not have my mum there. There's no way I can get on that plane with my stepdad and without my mum, his partner. No way could he go. He said to me, look, I can't go. There's no way I can. And I said, no, that's absolutely fine. At that moment, I knew we was not going to get married, and yeah, that was just put to the back of my mind. So we just turned it into having a holiday because it was already booked like a year prior. It was all paid off and everything. So we said, look, let's just go on holiday. By the time it comes round, I'm going to feel like I need to rest and just relax. Especially after having a baby and then the grieving, trying to, I'm still not grieved, but just trying to grieve for my mum. So, and then I was diagnosed with cancer. So we was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Like, hopefully we can still go. Hopefully treatment will start just after we get back, which would have been the end of this month. But straight away they said, no, it's not a good idea. You've got triple negative breast cancer. It would just be a massive risk, especially if you go just before starting treatment. So I was like, no, that's absolutely fine. As gutted as we were, and we still are, because we would be there right now, it's just my health is more important. So we've obviously had to cancel our holiday, and yeah, it's just been a really, really tough, exhausting time. But life throws what it throws at you, and you just need to keep being strong. You need to keep being strong. You can't give up. So yeah, I am ready to take this on, and I'm preparing myself. I've bought a load of things already for to have chemo. Sorry. I've got little ginger biscuits and ginger tea. I've got a blanket to take in for my sessions as well, because I am trying the cold cap. I'm not overly fussed about keeping my hair. Hair has always been a big thing to me in the past. I used to have a hair business, actually adding length to people's hair. So hair has always been a big thing to me, but I don't care about losing it if it means me potentially being cancer free. So I had to chop My hair is chopped off, ready to start. I actually grew my hair. So I actually had about 6 inches cut off, maybe longer. Yeah, I think it was about 6 inches or so cut off. My neighbour, who's a hairdresser, she came and chopped it for me, bless her. And so I'm ready, you know, to potentially lose it. I've got lots of fragrance-free, unscented body products, fluffy socks, comfortable things to wear whilst I'm having it done, as well as when I'm back at home. I've already got myself a little silk turban to wear to bed, just so it can collect any shed hair that I lose. And I will wear it even after I do lose my hair, if I do. I'm not saying, you know, because I have been told that people can lose only a little of their hair, or it just thins the hair, but I am prepared. I'm thinking the worst case scenario, you know, to be prepared for it. Yeah, so that's my story really so far. I've still got such a long journey to come, and I just want to say it's so important to check yourself for symptoms. If you can feel symptoms as well. If you look up early breast cancer symptoms, there are so many listed on there. Mine was tenderness, itching, and then I found a little lump. There are so many more symptoms that you can look out for, and just check yourself on a regular basis, please, because it is so important, especially after having children. I never thought that I would get cancer at 36 years old. Breast cancer doesn't run in the family. Other cancers do. So I am still in shock by it, but it happens, and I really emphasize on checking yourself is so important, because early detection means that you have so much more of a chance of the best treatment that is going to make sure, you know, that your survival rates are so much better. Yeah, so that's about it so far. I will continue when I can, when time goes on. My baby has just woken up. I will continue as time goes on. I'm also planning to do a Race for Life, which is an event in the UK. I've already raised over £1,000, which is absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful for the support, and that aligns after 2 of my chemotherapy sessions. That's actually 2 days after my second session, so I know that I'm probably going to be wiped out, but I will do everything I can, even if I just attend, because I want to be there amongst other people and see and hear their stories, and just see the support for it. You know, it's so important. The work that cancer research does is absolutely incredible. So yeah, it's definitely a lot to take in, and when you're diagnosed with it, God, the journey even before your treatments is insane, and it is so tiring. I actually can't believe how much goes into it, but I'm so thankful, and I'm so thankful to all the nurses and the doctors so far that have already done so much for me. So yeah, thank you to the NHS, and thank you to all of my family and friends that are there for me right now. I love you so much. But yeah, just make sure you check yourself, okay? It's so important. All right, I'll be back on soon. I'll do another video just to keep updated as my journey goes on, if and when I can. Okay, bye.